Here is the number one thing you need to do if you're even slightly considering buying a home. If you don't know me, my name is Tim Albrechtson. I'm a realtor in southeastern Wisconsin with the Goodland Collection and Keller Williams. What I've learned from being a realtor is that most people are absolutely clueless about the home buying process. So let me just help you with step one, and that is to get a pre-approval for a mortgage. And I know that sounds like a really big step, but let me break it down so it's not so scary. A pre-approval is not a loan commitment. It's basically just a document proving to a potential seller that you have the means to back up whatever you're offering. Pre-approval does not mean you're actually taking out a loan. It's just the first step so you can even begin looking for one. Now you may be asking, why do you need to do a pre-approval first? And number one, it actually shows you what you can really afford. You can scroll through Zillow all you want, but if you don't know your price range, you're wasting hours of your time looking at houses you can't even have. Number two, you need to include a pre-approval with any offer that you're making, unless you just have hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank account and you can just use that. And if that's the case, please call me. Number three, and at least here in southeastern Wisconsin, it is a very competitive seller's market, which means that there are way more buyers than there are homes for sale. I had a friend who was just casually looking for a house and he found this dream listing that had just happened to go on sale that very morning, and he sent it to me. And he said, "Hey, I really like this house. Could you help me buy it?" And of course, my first question was, "Are you pre-approved for a mortgage?" And luckily he was. Now, I knew that this house was going to be a very hot listing. It was absolutely beautiful. In fact, when we went there that actual afternoon, there was 4 other tours happening. I also knew that this was going to be a hot listing because the listing agent messaged everyone that took a tour and said, "Hey, all of your offers are due 24 hours from now." They put this house on sale for only 24 hours because they knew that they were going to get a lot of competitive offers in just that short amount of time. And of course, they did get a lot of offers, which brings me to my fourth point about pre-approvals, is that depending on who the lender is that you're choosing, your pre-approval could take several days to actually process and get that letter, especially if you don't have all of the financial documents you need to submit for the process. So had my client not had their pre-approval already, they would have had to apply for it that day, which they only had 24 hours to submit an offer, and chances are they might have not gotten their pre-approval in time to even submit an offer when the offer window is open. So if there's one thing that you should take away from this video, is that if you don't have a pre-approval for a mortgage before you start looking for your home, you could find your absolute dream home and it'll be sold before you can even submit your own offer. If you're even remotely interested in buying a home, get the pre-approval. It does not mean you actually are taking out a loan, and it does not mean you even have to submit an offer. It just gives you the chance to actually start looking for real. Like I said, my name is Tim Albrechtson. I'm your Wisconsin Homes Realtor, and I love educating people about the home buying process. So if you are just remotely curious, or you just want to see the cool houses I do tours of, follow me and leave a comment about some questions you might have, and I will be happy to help.